Hi, Leelanau, back at Dymond here. I'm going to talk to you about what you need to know to be ready for classes to start on Monday, April 13th. Before I get started, though, I would like to thank you for all of the courage and the resilience that it took as we had to very quickly adapt from a close-knit boarding school community to a distance learning community. It changed everything about how we're used to living and learning together, and it took a lot of grit and determination to be as successful as we were. I appreciate all of you so much for being patient and good communicators and working really hard. And I'm really excited to get back to work this next week because we miss you. So what we know about our school community is that it's made up of a bunch of really curious and intelligent teenagers and a bunch of really dedicated and resilient teachers. And those two things put together make us better prepared than most schools would be to take on the challenge of finishing our school year together. All of your classes are going to continue, though you will see some changes in some of the scope of the work that you're doing and maybe the amount of the work that you're doing. Your teachers have been working hard to pare down the curriculum that we teach to make sure that you're still going to be able to experience those things that are most important in terms of developing your skills and making progress in all of your subject areas. We're here to help and we're going to pull this off together, okay? So here's what you need to know. We are going to be able to finish the school year with everybody getting all of their credits. Seniors, this is really important for you to pay attention to because going to colleges next year, you're going to be able to have finished your full school year with everything graded. All of your credits will be available to you as long as you show up, dedicate yourself to working hard, and completing the things that your teachers ask of you. As always, I will be here and the other learning specialists will be here to help you along the way to figure out what you need to do and to help you troubleshoot if anything tricky comes along. All right, so let's talk about how the structure of the day is going to work. Right here I have what our schedule is going to look like. We're going to be meeting in classes Monday through Thursday. Each morning we'll be starting at 9 o'clock with a morning meeting. It's optional for you to participate during that live Zoom session. Mr. Hansen will be leading it with his morning story, and we will make a video of that available if you're not able to join us at 9 o'clock. Everyone will need to be attending their first class at 10 a.m. Mondays and Wednesdays we'll be doing our 1, 3, 5, and 7 classes. Tuesdays and Thursdays will be 2, 4, 6, and 8. We will have evening activities each day starting at 7. Participation in that is optional. We will have a tutorial period every day from 3 to 4 where teachers will be available to offer extra help or guidance. Fridays we're going to reserve for council time, office hours with your teachers, and also some FAU time. Let me show you how this is going to work. Every morning you'll receive an email from me, and in that email there will be a link to this class Zoom links page. When it's time for your class, all you need to do is click the link for your class and you'll be taken to the Zoom meeting for that class. Now the first day when we get started, it's really likely that we're going to have some glitchy technology problems. Don't freak out if that happens to you. Just let your teacher know that you're having a hard time and we'll help you right away so that you can get logged on with your class. The first couple days might be a little bit of a bumble just as we get used to this new structure, but please be resilient and use good strategies to ask for help and communicate right away if you're having any problems. You are expected to be in your classes on time. Attendance will be taken, and Mr. Jarvis will be monitoring attendance. So if you're not showing up for your classes, then we're going to be tracking you down to make sure that everything is okay and to make sure that you're not having any problems attending your classes. Now, if you do find that you have a day when you have a doctor's appointment or something else going on that prevents you from being in class, it's your responsibility to make sure that you communicate that to Mr. Jarvis and to your teacher as soon as you know that that's going to be happening. All right, so as I said, you're going to be receiving an email with a link to this document. Click on your class when it's time for your class to start and you'll be connected to your Zoom class meeting. Sometimes those Zoom classes will be all together the whole time where your teacher will teach a lesson and you will do something together as a class. Other times your teacher may just explain an assignment and then it'll be your job to work on that independently, checking back in if you need any help. Either way, make sure that you're there on time for the beginning of your class and then you'll be able to know what's going on and get your work done. Please note that all of these times are in Eastern Standard Time, and so if you live in Central Time Zone or Mountain Time Zone, then you'll need to adjust your schedule accordingly. And for our international students who will be in a very different time zone, we've already worked with them to help them figure out how this schedule can work best for them, so don't worry. As we go through this semester, we'll be coming up and publishing our exam schedule, so that will be coming later this month. I want you to know that we will continue to support you in the way that you're used to being supported. So your learning skills classes will continue. You'll still have opportunities to check in with Catlin, either by appointment or joining one of her hangouts. You'll also have the opportunity to reach out and meet with your teachers during some office hours. So if you need some extra help or some extra time on an assignment, we'll definitely be able to make those appointments available to you. It's just going to take a lot of communication. So the last thing that I want to make sure that you know is that as we look toward the traditions that are really important in the Leelanau community for the end of the year, we're working really hard to make sure that we can have some experience with those end of year traditions. Miss Eisenstadt has been thinking a lot about prom and Spirit Week. We've also been thinking about the Leelanau Outdoor Challenge and the May Day Dip, and we will definitely be taking good care of our seniors to make sure that you guys still feel like you get the rite of passage experiences that are so important this time of year. Of course, we can't replace our time together on campus, but we're going to do our best to make sure that as a community, we're keeping those traditions intact and making sure that you feel connected and heard and really well taken care of during this time. What we're going to need is some patience as we figure this out. We're going to need to work together as a team. We're all going to need to pull our own weight in terms of being independent about the things that we know how to do and being good communicators when we need help. We're also going to need to do a lot of reflection about what's working about this new plan and the things that need to be tweaked. We've taken our best guess at what we think is going to work, so we definitely will need feedback when you find things that maybe aren't working well for you, or if you have an idea of something that could work better. Please don't ever hesitate to reach out to me or to Mr. Hansen if you have some ideas or if you need some extra help. We're certainly willing to tweak things as we go along, but we do want to give this a good shot to start out. So I just want to let you know that I miss you so much, and I'm excited for us to be able to finish the school year together. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions, and I'd like you to think of this video as something that you can come back to and review if you have any questions. All right, I hope that you all enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you Monday morning.